It's been a time of grief over the past week for Saskatchewan and for all of us standing with them. We continue to be there for families and survivors, and we're providing direct support to James Smith Cree Nation. Tonight, Minister Haidu will be traveling there to be with families tomorrow to express our grief with them, our solidarity with them, but also the fact that we will continue to be there with them as they grieve and heal over the coming days, weeks, months, and yes, years. It is notable as well that Her Majesty's last public statement was one offering condolences to the loved ones of the victims in Saskatchewan. Cette semaine, les Canadiens et les gens de partout dans le monde sont en deuil suite au décès de Sa Majesté la Reine Élisabeth II. Her Majesty's leadership through service, her grace and compassion will be greatly missed in these turbulent times. Today, these values that she exemplified are more important than ever. Now, whenever we lose someone we hold dear, whether it's a leader we look up to, a parent, or a loved one way to honor them is to reflect on how we can, each of us, pass the values they represented on to future generations. Dans un monde compliqué, Sa Majesté, avec sa grâce et sa force, a été une ressource importante pour nous tous. And my friends, the world is facing a lot of challenges. The pandemic and its consequences, Russia's war in Ukraine that's causing more inflation and insecurity, polarization that undermines our institutions, climate change and extreme weather events. The reality is, a lot of people are concerned about the future, and a lot of people are having a tough time right now. But through all this, let us remember our values. Let's remember that positivity, inclusiveness, hope, and hard work are always the best ways to move us forward. Let's remember the work that we must do to build an economy that works for all Canadians, to make life more affordable, to create jobs, to build more housing, to grow the middle class, to fight climate change, to build safer communities. As a team, I know we spent a lot of time listening to Canadians from coast to coast to coast this summer. We heard from parents who are worried that the high cost of groceries are eating into their savings. We heard from nurses and healthcare workers, stretched, working harder than ever, feeling ground down and undervalued. On a tous rencontré des jeunes adultes qui épargnent et qui travaillent fort, mais qui n'ont toujours pas les moyens de s'acheter une maison, ne peuvent même pas voir le jour où peut-être ils pourraient le faire. On a tous rencontré des propriétaires de petites entreprises pour qui les 2 dernières années ont été vraiment difficiles et pour qui les défis de l'économie d'aujourd'hui sont trop présents. Les Canadiens font face à toutes sortes d'épreuves parce que partout dans le monde, on traverse une période tumultueuse. Et notre tâche, en tant que gouvernement, en tant que leader, c'est de bâtir sur ce qu'on fait depuis 2015 et de prendre des décisions, parfois difficiles, mais toujours responsables et toujours dans l'intérêt des Canadiens. Our job as a government is to build an economy where everyone is ready to thrive in a net zero world. An economy where everyone have real opportunities for meaningful work. An economy where people can count on their neighbors, on their communities, and yes, on their governments to have their backs through difficult times in the present and into the future. To do this, we all need to work together. Now is not the time for politicians to exploit fears and to pit people one against the other. As you all know, The Conservative Party picked a new leader over the weekend. I want to congratulate Mr. Poilievre for becoming the leader of His Majesty's loyal opposition. Je veux féliciter M. Poilievre, qui est maintenant chef de l'opposition officielle. Vous vous souvenez, quand les Canadiens ont demandé à notre équipe libérale de former un gouvernement l'année dernière, ils nous ont demandé de travailler avec les autres partis. And we've been making every effort to work with all parliamentarians, and we will continue to do so. But this doesn't mean that we're not going to be calling out highly questionable, reckless economic ideas. What Canadians need is responsible leadership. Des slogans, des phrases creuses, des attaques insouciantes, c'est pas ça, avoir un plan. Buzzwords, dog whistles, and careless attacks don't add up to a plan for Canadians. Attacking the institutions that make our society fair, safe, and free is not responsible leadership. Telling people they can opt out of inflation by investing their savings in volatile cryptocurrencies is not responsible leadership. By the way, anyone who followed that advice would have seen their life savings destroyed. Fighting against vaccines that saved millions of lives, that's not responsible leadership. Opposing the support and investments that have helped save jobs, businesses, and families during the pandemic, that's not responsible leadership. Notre équipe libérale va continuer de livrer des résultats concrets pour les gens, comme des services de garde plus accessibles et plus abordables. Under our child care plan, fees go down by 50% this year, and we'll reach $10 a day child care by 2025 everywhere across the country. Mike and Laurie from Edmonton wrote a letter to our friend Randy Boissonneau to share that lower child care fees means being able to send their children to daycare full-time instead of part-time. It means Laurie can choose to work and be part of the economy. That's also what I heard when I was with Karina in Oakville, talking to a group of parents about the impact of our child care plan. It means for many parents more money at the end of the month to invest in a fund to send their kids to university. And I saw in Saskatoon, when I was meeting parents at the end of the day picking up their kids during summer daycare, that child care fees in lowering mean in a tangible way a better present and a better future for their families. This is what meaningful economic policy looks like. And this is what will continue delivering for middle class, people working hard to join it, and for all Canadians. As we get ready to head into this new sitting of Parliament, we'll keep putting Canadians at the center of everything we do. We need to continue to stand up for what we believe in together. Quand les politiciens conservateurs et le lobby des armes à feu tentent d'affaiblir le contrôle des armes, notre équipe est toujours là pour protéger nos communautés. When conservative politicians say we should fight inflation with more pollution, this team will remind them that climate change is real and that real people are affected by the floods and wildfires that it aggravates. We'll continue sharing the stories from Indigenous communities in the North where it's warming 3 times as fast as the rest of the world. We'll keep working on good jobs like the approximately 17,000 we secured by investing in battery and electric vehicle manufacturing. Announcements with Stellantis, GM, Umicore are only a few, and there's more to come. We will continue being there for workers and families. The members of this Liberal team know the importance of building strong partnerships with Labour to create safer and more equitable workplaces. When we invest in programs like the Labor Mobility Tax Credit, we make it easier for workers to relocate to find good jobs. When we invest in apprenticeships with programs like the Union Training and Innovation Program, we help people and students reach their full potential, and businesses are able to hire the skilled workers that our economy needs. This team is stepping up to make sure our farmers have the support they need through these difficult times. And we're working hard every day toward our goal of doubling housing construction over the next decade. And we're making this country more welcoming so that people can come here to build a life and a better future for their family and our whole country in the coming years. À tous les membres de notre équipe libérale, merci de continuer de mettre les Canadiens au centre de tout ce que vous faites. Now, I heard Mr. Poilievre talking about how much we wasted on Canadians over the past couple of years. Let me be very clear. Being there for workers, for families, for seniors, for young people, for businesses, it was the right thing to do. It was the smart thing to do. Having Canadians back is something we will never back down from. J'ai entendu M. Poilievre parler de combien d'argent on a gaspillé pendant les dernières années sur les Canadiens. Je veux mettre une chose bien au clair. Le fait d'avoir été là pour les travailleurs, les familles, les étudiants, les aînés, les entreprises et tous les Canadiens, c'était la bonne chose à faire et c'était la chose intelligente à faire pour notre économie. Et on ne reculera jamais et on ne s'excusera jamais d'avoir été là pour les Canadiens. In the stormy times, now and ahead, we will continue to be there for Canadians with the investments and supports that build a better present and a better future. Le Canada a l'énergie, la stabilité démocratique et les valeurs qui font de nous un pays accueillant et important dans le monde. Le Canada a tout ce qu'il faut pour offrir des solutions au reste du monde. Our Liberal team has a plan that leads forward towards tremendous prosperity for all. At a time where we see the world changing before our eyes, let's remember who we are and what we stand for. Let's be there to keep making life more affordable and create good jobs for Canadians. Let's be there for each other in reconciliation. Let's make our country safer for everyone. Let's remember that with hope and hard work, we can get the very best for people, and together, let's keep building an economy that works for all Canadians. Merci beaucoup, mes amis. Thank you all.